The United States just played their first match after qualifying the World Cup, and we defeated Morocco 3-0. Hi, Canu here, I'm Filippo, and welcome to Tactical Manager TV, and welcome to another episode of 7 Things We Learned, where every day following a U.S. men's national team match, I tell you 7 things I learned from the United States playing. Feel free to tell me what you learned down below in the comment section. There's definitely more than 7. I just don't feel like doing more. So, okay, before we start, obviously smash the like button and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. And we will be doing a match preview for Uruguay tomorrow. You probably commented whatever you learned from United States 3, Morocco 0. Let's play our beautiful intro, and let's start with lesson number 1. Lesson number 1 is actually pretty quick, pretty simple, is the ball don't lie. And honestly, what I mean by that is pretty straightforward. It's the PK for Morocco, which was absolutely ridiculous. If we had the VAR, it would have been called back, but the soccer gods had to fix the ref's mistake. And Morocco missed the PK, obviously hitting the post, not Matt Turner saving it. Regardless, as I said, the ball don't lie. Lesson number 2 is Greg Berhalter for this game, and hopefully from here forward, he made the right calls. He made the right decisions in this match for the most part. I'll address the one I had a problem with, but for the most part, if he keeps going like this, it looked pretty good. Let's go through the good, because there's much more good than bad, right? He tried Luca De La Torre at the 6 right there, which was wonderful to see, and Luca actually had a great performance. Brenden Aaronson at the 8. The experiment worked this time, right? Against El Salvador, the last time in the first game World Cup qualifying, didn't go very well. Greg Berhalter tried again, and it worked wonderfully. Also, putting Malik Tillman with the 3-0 lead, great to get the pressure out of the youngster. It was great to see. Malik looked a little bit nervous, but he got that out of his system. He also gave an opportunity to Joe Scally, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Haji Wright. So overall, it was a great performance by Greg Berhalter, giving performances to the right players. And yeah, I know a lot of these sound kind of obvious that should be done, but in the past, Greg Berhalter has disappointed us in multiple occasions, and this time he did do, for the most part, the right calls. Now, obviously, he always needs to give us one head scratch, and he did play Aaron Long for the full 90, and Aaron Long wasn't good, as expected. I do want to give credit to Walker Zimmerman, because that's not going to be a lesson. He played a good game, and he got a good long ball that led to the goal that Christian Pulisic assisted Brenden Aaronson. And usually, he's not very good on those long balls and not a good ball-playing defender, but I do need to give him credit for that hockey assist, and to Greg Berhalter. And it's a little weird to give Greg credit. Usually he doesn't get it, because usually he doesn't get it right. But congratulations to Greg. Hopefully he continues to be this way. Lesson number 3 is about Haji Wright. And even though his performance is encouraging, I want to make this clear, and I think most of you should agree with me. Haji Wright is not the solution to our 9 issues, and he won't be. Haji Wright is just another good option we will have, an alternative. Look, let's not overhype his performance. He does have qualities, and he might make it to Qatar for the U.S. men's national team. But to say he's the 9, that we found our 9, is just an overreaction and just, recency bias. But yes, he does have an interesting skill set, but he also has flaws to his game. The weirdest flaw in his game is he's not really able to win headers consistently, which is a little weird considering his size. Again, the 9 at Qatar is going to be looking more and more likely that it's going to depend on the opponent we face. So the specific skill set that we'll want, right? Haji Wright, a bigger body. Jesus Ferreira, smaller, maybe a little bit more technical. DK, more mobile. Maybe Sargent if you need a pressing merchant. It's going to depend on that, whoever we're playing. And likely also, form. Essentially, the summary of this lesson is we'll probably arrive in Qatar without a locked-in starting 9. Okay, there's a lot of factors going to play into it, right? For Poland, Lewandowski is the starting 9 regardless of the opponent. For the United States, we're probably not going to have a locked-in starting 9. There's options, and they're kind of like all on the same level. It's going to depend on form, the opponent, and many other factors. Lesson number 4 is our 8 depth chart just got deeper. Prior to this game, we mainly had the three main options at the 8 position were Weston McKennie, Yunus Musa, and Luca De La Torre as the primary 3 in the 8. Now, Brenden Aaronson just sneaked in there, maybe even as a possible starter with one heck of a performance. Brenden really looked like a Premier League player in this game, right? Standing above most players in the field. He created many opportunities. He was physical, good on both ends, scored, created a chance for Haji Wright, for Jesus. He impressed me quite a bit, and I was not sure about him at the 8. The reason I wasn't sure was for many different factors in terms of his skill set and because of his performance against El Salvador in World Cup qualifying. The first game in World Cup qualifying where he played as an 8 and was disappointing, and I also thought he used to get pushed around with a lot of ease. That wasn't the case for this game. Physicality was there. He was good on the defensive end, offensive end, created chances, scored. So congratulations to, as Watke would say, our little Brenden. And I guess Leeds United fans should be excited. More versatility. Lesson number 5 is kind of a silly one. This is what I tell a lot of the kids when I coach. To score, you need to hit the target. And the Tim Weah goal, the second goal, is a perfect example of that, right? It wasn't that good of a shot. The goalkeeper made a mistake, Bono, and Tim Weah scored. But we hit the target multiple times. And when you hit the target multiple times, the goalkeeper can make mistakes, except for Matt Turner. He didn't make any mistakes in this game, but hit the target. In World Cup qualifying, we struggled with that. The finishing would keep hitting we would miss the goal in multiple occasions. This game, we hit the target 10 times total. It was pretty good, and we scored 3 out of the 10 shots on target. Now, Morocco also did hit a lot of shots, but they didn't score, but that's because we had our goalkeeper in a fantastic day. That's a different story, and also have a little bit of issues with the amount of opportunities we gave Morocco. A team with better finishers like Uruguay, for example, probably would have got a goal or 2 in there with all those chances that we gave our opponent. But this is not a lesson. I kind of just sneaked up the random one in the middle of this one. The lesson of this one was the silly one, to score, you got to hit the target. Lesson number 6 is a quick one, and it's about Robinson, Jedi Robinson, right? What I noticed with his defense, and you can comment this down below if you agree with me or not, is defensively on one-on-one situations, he's pretty good. We saw that with Hakimi and many other situations throughout this game. He does use his athletic ability to get an advantage over the opponent, and it works defensively. The problem with Robinson is off the ball defending. He's caught sleeping. He's caught off position. That's when it doesn't work. When he's on one-on-one, he's alert and it works. Off the ball is where his defensive issues are exposed. Lesson number 7 is, even though we got a 3-0 win against Morocco, a World Cup team that in the previous World Cup, they tied Spain, lost to Portugal only 1-0, lost to Iran just 1-0. We got a 3-0 win. This is a friendly, so let's please not overhype it. Be happy because we won. I mean, that's all you can do in a friendly, and it was a convincing win, but let's not overhype it. Don't forget, we played France before the World Cup. They didn't beat us, but they won the World Cup. Were we at that level? No. It's a friendly match, so take it with a grain of salt, but be happy. It was convincing. Greg's decisions, the player's performance, and it wasn't against an easy opponent. Morocco's not an easy opponent. So congratulations to the United States. Fans should enjoy it. I'm enjoying it. But let's not overhype the situation. And we do have a tougher challenge on Sunday against Uruguay as long as they play their best players. All right, everyone, that does it for this episode. Obviously, before I go, I do need to explain. The reason Greg Berhalter took out Walker Zimmerman at halftime is because that long pass that he gave to Pulisic that led to the first goal, right, from Brenden Aaronson, it reminded Greg of John Brooks. So he had to take Walker out. Okay, that was a joke. Very poorly told by me, but someone put it as a super chat yesterday, and I had to say, and sorry if I forgot the viewer's name, but it's not mine. I'm not going to take credit for that joke. All right, everyone, don't forget to smash the like button before you go. Comment down below, what did you learn from United States 3, Morocco 0? Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and have a great day.